Well, I think in a match that's been as close as this, it's perfectly fitting that a tiebreak will decide this second set. There's been not a whisker between them. Well, he might have lost the point, but the tactics were right. Throwing down the gauntlet to Federer, saying, look, I'm coming in and threatening you at every opportunity.
Superb volleying from henman to stay in that point. 1-all. He had to dig out the first volley. It was so tough. And once he got up there, he just stayed in that point so well. No wonder. There was 3 tough shots he had to withstand there to keep himself in that rally.
Another of those if-only points, this time from Federer's point of view. A slight mishit return, just as Henman had done a few games ago, and it fell just long.
Was great there. Speed of that and the depth, and he couldn't handle it.
First mini break.
3-2.
Well, he thinks it was well long, but
henman.
No bleep. See if we can decide on the replay. Well, slipped the line, I think.
Just too good on this point. How henman got that first one, I don't know. But no chance on the second one. And there's the reaction.
So honours even, 1 point each against the serve. So a real test of nerve for both men now. And henman gives him a little nod of respect.
4-3.
This was frightening. Pace he got on that backhand. henman gave him a nod and said that is just too good, and it was.
Federer has overtaken Henman in the aces stakes, 4-3.
Where the lob was just there. Federer had his nose right over the net.
6-3. Federer.
But rather as he did against Sampras, Federer pouncing at the net at the crucial stages, and he's got 3 set points.
Federer.
Lovely forehand volley here. Goes behind his opponent.
5. Federer.
2 have been saved. Here's the third. Oh, what bad luck to slip.
6-all.
Well, it is bad luck, but what a return to serve anyway there from Henman. And I'm not sure there would have been that much he could have done with it anyway. And that was a good first serve from Federer too. And Henman stayed in the point magnificently.
I think the temperature of the patient is rising. Henmania is now breaking out all over the centre court. And if this has no effect on the youngster from Switzerland, then he has a temperament that all players would envy.
It seemed almost an eternity whether that was going to go in or not. Both players just staring at it. And could that be any closer? I don't think so. What a shot.
And doing just what you wanted him to do a little earlier when his opponent was hanging over the net. For the first time, set point for Henman.
Late for serve. Second set, Henman. 7-6. New balls, please.
Well, the jubilation, both in the...
Henman leads, 2 sets to love.
Both on the hill here inside the centre court and particularly on the players' bench. Considerable, and why not? That was a superb set of tennis from both men playing at the peak of their powers. I don't think either man could play much better than that.
It's a superb tiebreaker. From Henman's point of view, to come back from 6-3 like that was unbelievable. You see the reaction. And when you think of it really from Federer's side, at 6-3, he made 2 returns of serve, which Henman put away. He then serves at set point, gets a good first serve in. Henman puts a very good return in. Admittedly, he slipped, but still, what a return. Got another first serve in and first volley at 6-all, and a lob goes over his head. He's done nothing wrong, and he's lost the second set tiebreaker from 3 set points.
I think he's gone off to find out where the set points went. Lost them somewhere. Perhaps he'll find them inside. But really, it was quite superb, the recovery that Henman made there, and most heartening in every sense. I don't think I've seen him serve any better than this. He's serving at 72% first serves in. He's winning 80% of the time that the first goes in. It doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't, and there we question there. We have the first serves in by set there. Federer 69%, 59% from Henman, but look at the increase in the second set there from Henman, up to 84%. Unbelievable. And going back to Federer there, going off court for the bathroom break.
15-love.
Well, thanks to an alert cameraman, I think I can tell you why it was the ball was changed. This young lady just started to bleed a little from a cut, I think, on her hand at the opening of the can for the new balls. And the ball got a little blood on it.
Let's. That's up.
And I think I detect a little bit of despondency there. Understandably, he knows really he should be 1 set all now, not 2 sets to love down.
T15. Game Henman. First game, third set.
Be back on centre. Meanwhile, over on number 1 court, Andre Agassi here serving at set point in the third set, leading 5-4 against Nicolas Escudé of France. And that's it. And he takes a 2-1 lead. Andre Agassi, that happened just a few moments ago. Escudé has held serve in the opening game of the 4th set.
Well, now, John, what has Federer got to tell himself?
Well, that he did, you know, he lost that second set, obviously, but the set points he lost, Henman played good points. He didn't play bad ones. So, I mean, he's got to try and take that, you know, I'm still in this match. There's a long way to go, and he mustn't get down on himself. Well,
and this is a boy who didn't like playing at the net.
And sometimes when he hits these volleys on the forehand side, it reminds me a little bit of Sampras, really. He sort of has that. It's a very similar forehand volley, but he's hit 2 or 3 of these excellent angles and made them look so easy. Henman did so well. They held the ball, just waited till Federer committed himself and then went the opposite direction.
Well reached.
30-15.
And we talked about the Henman overhead and the Federer overhead as well. Good athlete, gets up well, 2 quick steps.
40-15. Game Federer. 1 game on.
Of course, there was quite a long delay when Federer was off court. What about Henman, the effect on him?
Well, you know, it's not that easy, but of course he's been in this position many times before. He's 2 sets to love up. He's in the driving seat. All he's thinking now is keep on doing the same thing. Do not have any type of relaxation after 2 sets to love, because the match is still not over.
Out. Love 15.
And of course, we don't consider serve returns in unforced errors, just rally points.
Love 13.
Couple there.
And the 2 forehand volley errors, they weren't easy volleys, but by his high standards, they were 2 bad misses. Now he's got to really dig deep now. Love 30. Does not want to let Federer back into this match. Well, that was an amazing second serve. 4th ace, love 30. I mean, that's the point. To serve a second serve at that speed, 104 miles an hour on a second serve at love 30 down. Courageous serve.
Let the serve.
We've seen that backhand a lot today where he just drills it straight at Henman, and that one just clipped the top of the net, which made it almost impossible for Henman. And now break point for Federer.
First time he's faced a break point since the 8th game of the second set.
Federer leads 2 games to 1. 3rd set, Henman by 2 sets to love.
Well, was that anything to do with loss of concentration?
Well, it's I mean, the serve has been of such high quality today. It's only his second double fault, but of course it's when you serve them that means the difference, and that was a huge point to serve a double fault on. But Federer coming in with some marvellous returns again. Well, that is a bit of a... It's only just started here in this third set, obviously, from Henman, but 45% only. And Federer 100% in the third set. And that's not the start that Henman wanted, obviously. But all credit to Federer. Could have easily got down on himself after being down 2 sets to love. And the way to rebound is to break your opponent early, and that's what he's done. And again, we've talked about his composure, but he's really settled in well, even in this third set.
Time.
Well, here's a big moment. Federer now with an advantage of a break, something he hasn't had before in any set.
Love. Whoa. Love. 40 love. .40-15.
Because Henman always stands with a backhand grip on the racket. So anything to the forehand side, and he has to adjust quickly.
Whoa. Again, Federer leads 3 games to 1, third set.
So consolidating well. And he's certainly now sparking up again. Thrown off the despondency with which he appeared to be starting this set.
Let's first serve.
In the zone now.
Now keeps his head down so well on that backhand. Doesn't come up at all. Watch, stays down all the way through the shot. Going over the highest part of the net on that backhand. When he hit that backhand down the line, but still made it.
Love 13.
Well, he's making life very awkward for Henman now. Consistency of return is, if anything, better than it was in that extraordinary second set.
(15-13).
I think it was the great Bill Tilden who used to say that the quality of the first volley is what sorts out the men from the boys. And that was a wonderful first volley, making the second one relatively easy.
Big trouble again here from Henman. Pulled the racket head down on that backhand volley.
Game, Federer. Federer leads 4-1. Third set, Henman by 2 sets to love.
And what an immensely talented player this fellow is. He sees the ball so early, his returns of serve absolutely deadly, and now he's in the zone. I think perhaps he's relaxed a little bit after the tension of that long and difficult second set, long and difficult for both of them, and is now just beginning to flow.
No, he's hitting the ball so well now. And I think, again, mentally, and that's been one of the biggest improvements about this man's play. He has always had the talent, but has tended to, you know, not be so competitive in matches when he's been losing at times and has sort of thrown matches away. But he's really come out after the 2 sets to love. He could have easily gone away. I mean, 2 sets to love down, had the set points in the second set.
Time.
But he's come up and he's actually raised the level. And I think on the other side, Tim Henman just slightly has just gone down in intensity. Only a fraction, but just enough at this level. And I think that those first 2 sets took a lot out of him mentally. And I think his intensity level needs to be pushed up again if he's going to compete again with Federer, who is seeing the ball like a football now. He is just blasting winners from all over the place.
Henman thinks that he's won the point twice, waiting for the call that never came. Played this very late, but it was in, had to play it, and the net comes to his assistance just as well.
15-all.
And the first volley from Federer this set has been so sharp, very deep, not really giving him a much chance to sort of have a go the passing shots, having to play a lot of defensive shots.
40-15. Federer leads 5-1.
Well, the last 24 minutes have been very revealing because, to the delight of his coach, Peter Lundgren there, top left, Federer is in the zone.
Love.
Ball.
Love.
Lovely backhand volley, knifes it away.
Oh, no, it was out.
40 love.
I thought that was in, my word.
Henman.
Well, that was essential.
Federer leads 5-2. Third set. Henman by 2 sets to love.
In situations like this, you have to make the other guy hold to win a set. If he's able to, obviously you try and break him. But then, if he does hold, you start serving in the next set. And that, when it gets tight, and it's been a very tight match, this, most of it anyway, and not this last set, but in a tight finish in the fourth set, that would make a huge difference serving first.
Absolutely right. And you never know on grass, on any surface for that matter, but things can change so quickly. And Henman seems to have, just that last game, that helped him a lot winning that game, got a little bit of intensity level back, and he's regrouped a bit. And let's face it, he's seen a lot of winners go smashing past him in this set. So he's just got to keep onto his game plan and just keep playing the tennis, the sort of tennis he's been playing, and hope that Federer can't keep up this level. He's played 2 hours.
So 4 points, and Federer gets a set on the board.
Love.
Ball. Henman getting himself fired up here in that nice block return.
Well, one of the few times he stayed back on serve,
30.
and he paid the penalty.
Casual was that? Nice smile there. 30 all. Oh, this is great reflexes. Look the other way there. Lovely.
Ball.
Sensation. What a rally.
Well, Henman, what more can he do in this rally?
Well, absolutely worth this scoreline. It's set point. And there it is.
Third set, Federer. 6 games to 2.
And he bowls it googly to the other end.
Henman leads 2 sets to 1.
So after 2 hours and 3 minutes, 2 sets to 1. A sensational early part of the set for Federer, who now must believe that he has a chance to win this match. If he can play quality tennis like that long enough, but can he?
Well, if he can play another 2 sets like he just played that set, then there is only going to be one result, because I don't think Henman could stay with him if he played like that. But the chances of him keeping that standard up, I mean, it would be amazing if he did. And Henman has just got to keep on playing his game at the beginning of the 3rd set. And I think that was the problem. And Federer raised his game.
I like Jane's hat, don't you?
Let's pass off.
Well, you need a bit of headgear on a day like this. It's been very hot.
15 love. Black pass off.
So close. I thought he'd made a mistake, Federer, in leaving it, but he hadn't.
As courtesy to both players, could you please not call out in between first and
Well,
second
it doesn't get any
serves?
closer
Thank
than
you.
that. But it was out. But it was out.
(30-15).
Again, he stays down so well on that backhand. Nice little flick of the wrist. First return doing the damage. Has to hit up. Henman could have gone either way with that forehand.
No, that's too good.
(40-30).
Well, that's always a risky shot to try, frankly, from such a high ball.
And he was too deep to try this too. Could have closed in and really smacked that away. Now he's got himself in a little bit of trouble here.
Well, he was waiting for a call of fault, Henman.
Federer. Game, Federer. 1 game all.
Well, he did well there because he was in a spot of bother, as John Lloyd had said. What a cool customer. He's no longer the kid he was.
Lot 15.
Interestingly enough, and not surprisingly, both men have fallen off the first serve percentage a little bit. Their average now over the entire match, 65. But it was astonishingly high, over 70, at the end of the second set. Ah, too good, lovely angle.
Henman once again moving so well at the net. Knifed that backhand cross court.
All.
Yes, he just nods in acknowledgement as Federer hoped that it might have been long, but it wasn't. Just met the intersection of the two lines.
Henman leads 2-1, fourth set by 2-1.
Now, John, this is the moment when serving first in a set really matters.
Yeah, it certainly does. You can get that game ahead all the time. It puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. As Henman's got that nice little lead.
Just a little discussion going on between one of the linesmen, I think, and the umpire. Probably what was overheard to have been said by somebody. Or it might be that he's worried, it's the service lines, are worried about the performance of the monitor. He's talking to Henman, is the umpire. He was just away and having a word with Tim. I'm not sure what that was about. Perhaps they picked up a swear word at some stage. It does happen.
Time.
I could think of a few things I'd be saying if some of my best shots were coming back the way Federer's been firing them back. I think a few knickers or something really wicked at the top of my voice. Well, new balls and 1-2.
Thank you. 15 love.
Henman has used this lob well today. I think he could have even used it a few more times. Tough to get any power from that high backhand volley.
Ball!
Well, the early ball return using the service place forced the error because it came back quicker than Federer was expecting.
All.
Well played.
Well, what a lunge volley that was. And sometimes matches can turn on one point, and that forehand volley would have been could possibly be that point.
The first break point in this final set, in this fourth set. There is the break of serve.
Henman.
And he has played the big points so well today.
3-1.
Henman fist pumping, getting the crowd to get worked up. I don't think he really needed to do that. The crowd is so worked up, it's frightening out here. But what a point that was. What a break of serve. Henman now taking his time, going to compose himself once again, make sure he holds this break.
Thank you. Let her serve.
that's a volley that we haven't seen him miss too many times today. That's his bread and butter shot, that backhand cross-court volley. But you have to get such a good length against Federer. Doesn't take much just to force it a little bit long. He has served well today on big points. Love 15. He made that first serve, got it in nice and deep, and that set him up for the easy forehand.
Second serve.
Probably just a little bit too much adrenaline pumping here. Well, it's a disease he used to suffer from, and I thought he'd got over it, but the tension of the moment perhaps has brought back double faultitis. What a nasty complaint. Well, this is the moment, surely, for a good first serve.
That was brave. That was brave. Two double faults. Saves the second break point, 30-40, with an immaculate second serve. He could easily have been tempted to stay back on that one, but went for it and forced the error.
Advantage Federer.
Well, the drama's not over yet. Well, there was another miraculous half volley. He's hit so many good ones today, but none more important than that one.
This is one of his best shots, the half volley. But what a time. And this was a hard hit return right at it. Right at him. And look at that. And to get the depth he got on that one, that was the key. Force Federer on the passing shot. Back to deuce.
This boy's returns today, really, they've done something. And he had to change
Federer.
direction so quickly. You have to hand that one to Federer.
Deuce.
Not a big serve there by henman standards, only 115 miles an hour, but it was so well placed.
So this game is the longest in the match. 7 minutes plus already.
Henman.
Well played.
Henman leads 4 games to 1, fourth set, and by 2 sets to 1.
Well, I think the joy on the hill is only matched by the joy in this inside the stadium, because Henman was tested to the absolute limit there, and he came through.
He did, and what a gutsy performance there. The two double